Dem 2012 poll. Obama trails against Romney and Gingrich and Huckabee, tied with Palin. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, if Gingrich wins, if NewtGingrich.com wins, I'm leaving the country. If Newt Gingrich Khan can win the election, I'm leaving America. It's a country not worthy of me. If that guy who I called names in my book can actually win, I'm leaving America, then it means all of my work has been futile. It's bad enough having Obama, but could you imagine if we had Newt Gingrich Part 2? What's this with the Apple iPhone? I don't even own one. I'm still using the equivalent of the Royal Portable cell phone. I mean, people laugh at me. I'm one of these older guys. I have a cell phone like a Nokia from years ago. I refuse to get rid of it because I know how to use it. Like I hide it now when I take it. I feel ashamed. It's like hiding pornography 30 years ago. When I pull out this phone, I go into like a closet. I shade it underneath a hat. I don't want anyone to see my handheld device. They snicker at me. All these young people running around with the oracles in their hand, they think that they're geniuses. They have a device in their hand and they move their hand left, right, up, down, this, press, that, and suddenly they think they're Einstein. It's amazing to me. No, I don't have one of those things. So what's this with the antenna? It doesn't work? Why doesn't it work? I thought Apple was the apple of America's eye. Now what is it? What is it? The apple isn't. Where is the apple is losing money? The antenna cuts off a call. Can you imagine a girl being cut off when she's talking about her shoes? That's a real loss to America, isn't it? Can you imagine some of these yentas talking about where they're going tonight, what they're going to do shopping? It's unbelievable to me what people talk about on cell phones. They can take cell phones and throw them in the garbage as far as I'm concerned. What's the use? Senate pass a sweeping bank bill. Good. What am I supposed to say? They shouldn't have. First of all, what they passed is mild. That's number one. But the Republicans are screaming, oh, it's communism, the worst thing on earth. How dare you control the banks? Yeah, right. Okay. It's all crocodile tears. We needed a little bill, but we needed a stronger one. Favors interests of unions and activists. Big deal. J.P. Morgan Chase reports 77% rise in profit. I like that. I think banks should make money. In fact, I am glad banks are making money. I think it's good when banks make money because if the banks weren't making money, there'd be no banks. And if there were no banks, you'd have to put your money under a mattress. So why do you continuously bash corporations and banks? I don't understand that. Where did that enter into the analysis of the average person? The banks are no good. I go back to when I was 11, 12 years old and I had my first bank account. To this day, I can remember the Bankers Trust Company account. I kept it on a bank on Union Turnpike at 186th Street in Queens, New York. I'd work as a soda jerk, a babysitter, or this or that, my father. I made 50, 75 cents an hour, and I was one of these kids who saved most of it. I put it in the bank. When that bank account, I used to go there, they'd print it. Somehow when they hit it in the machine and it'd come back, I felt like I made money when they would raise it from, like $193. Suddenly it was $197 at the end of that day. At the end of that week, I'd put in $7 or whatever. When I hit $700, I thought that I was approaching that of a millionaire. To have $700 in a bank account when you're 12 years old, I'm talking about in the 1950s. I like banks. I always had a good feeling about going into a bank. I don't know. Where'd you get the idea banks are no good, that they're all evil? The same place you heard that all corporations are evil. Don't open a box store in my neighborhood. Why? Why not open a box store? It provides jobs and it provides goods at a low price, schmuck. What do you want to do? Have like moldy health food stores everywhere with chlamydia girls with mustaches behind the counter? That's your idea of a perfect nation? Moldy health food stores with old zucchini with women with chlamydia serving you. That's your idea of a real neighborhood store. You want to talk about perception versus reality? You want to talk about the summer? You want to talk about the summer of love? I refuse to mention my being banned in England. I mean, there's great articles that have come out. But I'm not going to talk about it because then you're going to get the wrong perception of me. You see what I'm talking about? If I talked about being banned in England again today, oh, he's crying wolf. Oh, he's making believe he's being picked on. Oh, he's playing the martyr. Well, all right, so I'm not going to let you do that. I'm not going to let you stereotype me. But you name one other person in America in the media who's been banned from a Western nation, and I'll stop talking about it. How's that? Does that work for you? And by the way, one last thing. What if Hannity or O'Reilly or Limbaugh would it be banned from entering Britain for something they allegedly said? Do you think the Associated Press might cover it? You think it might be heard about? Yeah, I think so. So when they came for the Savage, I didn't raise my voice because I didn't know any savages, etc., and so on, and that's it. And that's the end of the story. You want to read about it, follow it on the website. It doesn't make for good radio at a certain point. I don't want to hear it anymore. So that means you don't want to hear it anymore. That's all there is to it. So if you want to talk about Newt Gingrich Khan running for office, go ahead. Remember when Newt Gingrich Khan was the Speaker of the House, how brilliant we thought he was? And he put out the thing for America. What was it called? The Attack on America? I don't know. What he called it? Something else. Yeah, the contract for America. The emphasis on the word con. It was really a con for America because of the 10 things he had in it. Only one passed, and that was welfare reform. In other words, they attacked the poorest of the poor. Everything else didn't get passed. Remember that? I mean, I trust him as much as I trust Gerald Nadler. Let's put it to you that way. How in the world could you ever think that Newt Gingrich could beat Obama? How in the world can you believe that Gingrich would be a good president? Why would he even be running? Don't these people ever stop? It's like watching the Rolling Stones. Can't they retire already? Can't they just move to Boca Raton and get transfusion trees and rockers and stop trying to be young and rock and roll artists? It sickens me. When I see geriatric 70-year-old guys up there doing rock and roll, stop it already. You're not a talk show host. We can do this till we're 85. You cannot be a rock and roll star at 75. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing. You look like Joan Rivers in a pair of pants. All right? It's enough for it. It's like Newt Gingrich. You lost already. Move aside. Let a new generation come up, Newt. Stop being a hog. That's my opinion. We've seen you. We saw what you did to the country. Let someone from the Tea Party run for office. Not Newt Gingrich anymore. Okay, well, what the hell do you want to talk about? Am I allowed to say hell, or is that was bleated already out of the show? I can't say hell. I don't know what I can say anymore. I'm allowed to say hell. I'll answer you when hell freezes over. Is that illegal now in America? Can I be sued for that? Can I be banned from hell? If I say I'll answer that when hell freezes over, can I be banned from hell? If so, I think I will say I'll do that when hell freezes over. I'll be right back.
Savage.